what we did, I've been a printer since I was like 18 years old. Okay. The idea that what I found about printers is that once you get out, and I've worked on the press, right? Cool. The pressmen don't care where the work comes from. All he cares about is printing. Okay. Most owners of printing companies came from the press room, right? I mean, they worked in the plant. I mean, this isn't something that comes from big Wharton MBA type down. This is something that generally comes from the press room up. Okay, so I know, as bad as it sounds, the average printer, if the printer could get along without customers, they would. They really, out of all the things they do, the peskiest group of anything that they work with are customers. So knowing this, I went to the printer and said, would you rather have one customer with 1,000 books or 1,000 customers with one book each? Right? And they said, oh, well, that's easy. I'll take one customer with 1,000 books. I said, great. I said, then give me pricing that's discounted deep enough that I can resell it under your retail price. So not a traditional broker, which is like a million of them around. If you can find out where they're dealing, all you do is call direct, you get a cheaper price, you cut the broker out, and that's it. Okay, with this model that I've got with self-publishing, okay, I'll tell you who the printer is. Don't matter. You call them up direct, your price is going to be higher than what you get through me, and that's done on purpose. There's tons of other, there's 35,000 printers out there. There's probably 50 that would be considered book printers. Okay, you sending out 100 quotes, if you send them to the wrong 100 guys, you're just wasting time. Okay, it's and 1,000 quotes doesn't get you a better price than 100. If you get the right place first, which is what I feel I offer, and that's why we do so many, then you don't need to go. I mean, you can check me if you want. My pricing is like live online.
I don't think I really know your services. That's why I'm asking.
Selfpublishing.com.
Okay.
Can't go wrong.
Again, we need to put this on mic for the people listening. So let's make sure. Remember.
Say that again. Selfpublishing.com. Repeat after me. Selfpublishing.com. There you go. So, furthermore.
Okay, we're going back to printing, because I'm thinking you set up the layout, you have the cover, you have everything, and then you have to print the book, and you don't go to Staples. You go to your website.
Yeah, I mean, you could go to Staples. They're pretty expensive.
No, but I'm just really trying to clarify everything you said. And then your service offers publishing services.
Publishing services, yes. Printing being one of the publishing services. Yes.
All right. Can you give us some price quotes on that?
They're live online. I mean, I don't hide the pricing. It's you put in your specs, you hit a button, there it is. I would have bet you my house. We've had the instant pricing like 10 years, 15 years, 12 years, or whatever. I would have bet you my house that every printer in the country would have had the online instant pricing by now. They don't. And the reason they don't is they want to size you up and see what they can get. Okay, and that's if they won't put it out for you, I wouldn't use them. I mean, how that's. But now with you, I know you're with iUniverse. Now iUniverse uses Lighten, the company in Tennessee that I was talking about. So they, if you buy 100 from them, you're going to buy 100 from a digital press. Now, which is okay. If you buy 1,000, you're still going to buy 1,000 of the digital press plus iUniverse's markup. Right, so that's where you're going to get, your difference. If you just call them up out of the blue and say, hey, I want to buy 1,000 books, and then look on this self-publishing for 1,000 book price, you're going to see probably a 30% difference. That 30% difference is their markup. Yes, ma'am?
You are a digital press?
Either one. I just consider myself a printer.
Okay.
And
so
how
from your service, digital or offset.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what do you think is the cutoff point between going from digital offset? Is it 1,000?
Black and white is 600. We don't offer 600. We got 500 and 750. 500, you can actually choose between offset and digital. It's kind of neat on the site. 500 books. I try to get you to offset. Once you're on the offset press, you're on the same press as if you're going to print 1 million. Right? So you want to get off the digital at some point. Okay? I try to get you off at 500 even though it's slightly higher. 750, it's for sure under. Again, if you come up as far as a sales number and you tell me that, how many are you going to sell? And you tell me, I know I can sell 500. I'll tell you straight to your face, I know you can sell 750. Okay, 500 is not a good quantity as far as press goes. But if you're sure and you've got it pretty much earmarked, okay, I know I can sell 500, I guarantee you can sell 750 or 1,000. If you tell me I don't know where I'm going to sell the first copy, I'm going to tell you, why don't you print 100, give them out and see if it's got any legs, and then come back and reprint.
Real quick, follow-up.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about drop shipping. Is there any printer that will do that for you?
Yeah, we do that. I mean, no, well, your drop shipping at first is, and again, I had a small publishing company back in the 70s. That same thrill that you get opening up the cartons and seeing your name, there's nothing wrong with licking a few stamps. Okay, I mean, going to the mailbox, getting the order, cashing the check, going over here, putting it in a carton, mailing that, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good feeling. Okay, I would not, unless you've just got a huge amount of a decent amount of money like backing you, I wouldn't worry too much about the fulfillment up front. I would do it myself. Okay, can you outgrow that, and can you outgrow that in a hurry? Yes. Okay, and anything that you can do can be bought. Okay, but anything that you buy out, you lose a little bit of control. I mean, we've got it all automated. I mean, you can go on the website, buy it, if it's in inventory, it gets shipped out. It's not as much fun. We still have stamps in the office. We don't have a meter. I love stamps. So I don't know. I mean, but yes, it's a service that several printers offer. Us being one of them.
I just want to say that I ended up getting 12 cases of books in my basement a couple of weeks ago. So everything that a self-publisher does, believe me, you just tell them what you want and it goes right there. I'm always running every day of the week. I just tell Ron what I want and what I need, and it's at the front door.
Now, I will say one thing. Nothing motivates you. I mean, the thing behind like the print on demand is zero inventory. Well, zero is zero. If you think you're going to be a failure, man, it is perfect. Okay? It's absolutely perfect. Okay? No matter what the book is, it's going to have a last day. Right? I mean, Harry Potter's going to have a last day and it's not going to sell anymore. I did like Pokemon. I did Beanie Baby, sold 2 million books. But it has a last day. Okay? There's nothing beats a closet full of books to give you incentive to go out and sell them. Okay? You got this zero inventory. I mean, zero to me is zero. And there's nothing. I'm a visual guy. And you open up that closet that you would maybe like to use for something else, like clothes or something, and it's filled with your books. It might be easier to just go out and sell the books. Okay? And that's so, because remember, self-publishing is you, self. That's why I like